Hi-ho, everybody, and welcome back to Kingdom Compass TV, the show where we talk about shows episode by episode, release by release, for our enjoyment and yours. I'm one of your hosts, Griffin Denell. Griffy D-Pad with me as always, the wonderful, the amazing Mr. Mitch George. How are you doing?
We were so right and oh so wrong.
Oh, man. I love how we keep predicting every week of like, okay, next episode, Jessica Jones is going to
Jessica Jones. I friggin' nailed it with Poindexter, though. I'm going to give myself credit for
You
that one.
100% nailed that. Also, I think we thought Jess was going to be a much bigger part of this season than we thought.
But
way over.
you called it, and that I was hoping Swordmaster was going to be a bigger part of this,
Oh,
and
God,
he
no.
noped right out in this episode.
Dude, not only did I nail it that he would nope out, but also that he would give them the credit card. Like,
Yeah, you did.
Called that shit.
We had some hits and some misses on last week's show, that's for sure.
We are, of course, folks, talking today about episode 4 of Daredevil Born Again, Gloves Off, airing on April 7th. We're doing all right. We actually got to recording this one. I'm proud of us. We did it. We were supposed to do it earlier in the week, but both of us were asleep.
Life happens.
Yeah, life happens, y'all. Things are crazy, and things are going to only continue to be crazy, so make sure to keep an eye on the channel for when we do upload things, whether it be this, the regular show, shorts, whatever, all of that. I'm going to check out one thing to talk to you about before we jump into Daredevil today, and that is I finally started watching Paradise.
It's so good.
It is incredible. We will do an episode about it because we got to talk about the show.
Fuck yeah.
I hadn't told him that, by the way, folks, so he's hearing this for the
That was my genuine reaction. 100%.
We're talking today, though, about Gloves Off, directed by Solvin. I'm the usual cast and crew of this one, starting off with a banger of a scene from Bullseye.
Honestly, probably one of the best cold opens we've had in the MCU.
This man did not need to flip up utensils and catch them midair to throw them at a man's back of his knees, but he did, and it was cool.
But that's okay, because he's one of the good guys.
I've been back and forth on this show a bit between season 1 and this one, of like season 1 being kind of this Frankenstein of two different visions, this one finally kind of solidifying its vision, but having hit or miss moments. I think this is the first episode for me so far this season that's like, no, this entire episode hit.
And I think by and large, the internet agrees with you in that this episode of Daredevil Born Again is the single highest rated episode of any MCU Disney Plus show on IMDb.
It's not surprising. Like, I do think like everything they did here was smart, well played out, whether it is like the story between Bullseye and Matt, or like Fisk and
The story between Matt and Karen on this too, the having to wrap your head around whether or not Poindexter's actually there to help, and whether or not he should die, whether or not Kingpin should die. It's a lot to unpack.
Was it got a fucking Watcher cameo in
No,
this?
no, we didn't. We did not. Okay.
That.
Marvel, they can confirm whatever they want after the fact. They lucked themselves into a cameo.
I'm not
okay.
saying
The internet sleuths did dumb internet sleuth things and found it. It was not that in your face that it was that it was planned. They just got lucky on a camera angle. That's it.
So, if they're going to keep doing Watcher cameos, that's how they need to keep doing Watcher cameos.
Well, now they're going to do it because the internet is sleuthing these out. That was absolutely not the intention here. I'm just saying it now.
If they're going to keep doing the cameo in every project thing, I need that to be hidden Mickey level shit. I need that to be
1,000%.
And not like the easy ones like, oh, that's clearly 3 R's in the shape of a Mickey head. I mean like, oh, you have to look at this rock at the right time as it casts the shadow. You know the one I'm talking about.
Well, you're exactly what we see right now, right? Like that's what people quote unquote found in this episode was a shattered window and a couple of lights, which yes, could vaguely resemble the Watcher, but I don't think that was planned.
I mean, I don't
they've
think I will say I don't
they've capitalized on it in a really smart way.
I don't think it was planned in production.
I don't think it was planned in post either.
Oh, I think they saw that in post and were like, yeah, that might be a fun cameo. Let's do it. Like,
no, because if that was the case, they would have been on that from the beginning. It would have been them teasing it out immediately after the episode to drum up support. It wouldn't have been Brad Winterbaum doing it like 3 or 4 days later.
Yeah, but they didn't need to drum up support with this. This episode is so highly regarded. They didn't have to do shit.
It is, but outside of our circles, who's talking about Daredevil Born Again season 2?
That is fair. That is.
I think there is an element of superhero fatigue, and it's impacting the show in terms of viewership. But I do think that there's
to the credit of like we mentioned, right? Like this is one of the highest rated shows. I'm still seeing people that despise this show.
That which I don't understand.
And there's some of it I get where the show does still feel to me like a shadow of the Netflix show. I think the Netflix show is so difficult to beat in terms of just general regard because that show is so incredible. There's really only half a season of that show that's bad. Like, so you're going to have that, and obviously there's bits where it's like, I've seen this critique of like, I don't care about any of the new characters within this, like Buck or Angela or
Mr. Charles, the AVTF, like BB,
and like to some hand,
Daniel Blake. Point,
but I am on the full opposite where I'm like, I love these characters. I love Angela. Like I am.
Michael Gandolfini steals the screen every scene he's in. Like that one in this episode of There Was a Discount. Like that dude probably dropped like $300 on a bunch of tacky Fisk merch.
100%. Like I love so much of this. I'm terrified for the moment in which Angela gets herself hurt because it is going to happen. Mark my words.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like there's so much good shit in the show right now. And
I don't know if it's going to be Angela gets hurt or something Angela does has like a ramification for Soledad.
She's going to get hurt or she's going to get someone hurt.
Yes, I think it's more likely the latter, and that's where she's going to learn her responsibility in all of this. She'll get the Spidey speech, the whole spiel.
I also love her look right now. Like it is streetwear, but it looks like that White Tiger White Tiger. Like,
do you think before the end of this season she puts on her uncle's mask?
No,
because I think the White Tiger mask with the streetwear would go so hard, a la Miles Morales.
I think no, with one exception. If like we talked about this last time, but we are kind of presuming, right, that this is all going to lead to a big confrontation between like vigilantes, the people, and the AVT. If that happens,
it's guaranteed after the end of this episode.
I wouldn't say necessarily, but we'll get that.
You don't come back from a brain injury like that.
Well, no, I'm thinking
she's dead. Fisk is going to go on a fucking rampage.
Again, I will say, story wise, yes, but I'm saying a scene of like the people versus the AVTF. Like,
I see. Okay.
If that kind of scene happens, though, then absolutely she puts on her mask for that final confrontation. If that doesn't happen, I don't think she's going to do it. Like, I think she's going to try to make her own identity within that.
I do think if something to that effect were to happen, it might be in a season 3. It might not be something that they culminate or they wrap up the story succinctly in this season.
Oh, I could totally see that being a season.
Yeah.
Part of the season 3 story is Matt having to be a mentor.
Matt having to be a mentor, and also the conflict between the CIA and Fisk's enterprises in New York, and the vying for control of the Freeport. I don't know if they wrap all this up by the end of this season.
Oh, I don't think I do not think they wrap up everything. I think they leave us in a state of, hey, here's where this conflict is over, and then season 3 has to pick up the pieces, because that's storytelling. That's kind of how this goes. But bringing it back to this specific episode, right? Because we got a lot of fantastic shit in this. We've got the testimony of the first mate of the North Star. This one with Kristen and Karen having that awesome discussion in the legal office. Like,
that was really good. Yeah.
I wonder if Kristen. I forget if it's Kristen or Kirsten. But I wonder if she finds out if Matt is Daredevil or not by the end of this.
I think she already knows. But at this point, she needs plausible deniability. So she hasn't confirmed anything yet because she doesn't want to have to testify against Matt. Because I think the trial of Matt Murdock is coming. So she knows, but she doesn't want to know
That's
in a
another where
legal
I
context.
think that would be a season 3.
Well, that's where I think the season ends with Matt being arrested. Legitimately.
I could see it. I could see it. I love that though. I love her character so much. Like Kirsten is a character in the comics that I've really loved. Um, I have been reading through the comic run that has heavily inspired a lot of this show so far. Again, and it was fun seeing her pop up in that. So I could totally see her doing something with that. Um, we got that in this. Some more leaks, of course. BB still killing it. Her reactions, especially during the boxing match, were one of my the moments that really made it feel real, and kind of gave you those oh shits moments. But I think the big moment for me, aside from which we'll get to the boxing match, I think that's probably our final conversation. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the scene of Matt in the church.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. Like,
Him in
obviously,
the diner too was kind of nuts, but that it's a different side of Matt, right? But
like
yeah,
Matt
the church
obviously
scene is something
having
else.
him having this whole hunting down Bullseye and whatnot. Like, I love that. I love him hunting down Dex. I love their relationship. But like this conversations he's having with this guy at the church, and it's like kind of talking as both himself and then also as the task force agent that he is posing as. I just thought it was just such a great moment to me. It's like, this is the church you grew up in. And then we're going back to Fogwell's gym at the end of it.
Yep.
Just the way it all comes together is so fucking good.
Well, especially because Fogwell's is such a bad venue. Okay, just from like a strategic planning perspective, Fogwell's is not the place to host a boxing match like this, like an event match. Like that is an MSG bout, but they didn't do that. And I do think this is still just Kingpin in the back of his head, playing the machinations of the street against itself, knowing who Matt is, Matt's identity, knowing this is going to draw him out. It actually ends up drawing out Bullseye and it becomes a whole thing and
Fogwell's
what
was a
have you. But
deliberate choice to piss off Matt.
1,000%. It was a trap.
Yeah, it just pulled in the wrong bait.
It didn't though, because Matt was there too.
Yeah, fair enough. So you think
Just for different reasons.
So you think Vanessa's dead?
1,000. Vanessa's dead or in a coma for. It's going to be one of those things of unless I saw a body, and we're not going to see a body. We're going to see her in a bed in a hospital, comatose, no brain activity, blah 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 blah, and Fisk is going to go fucking red with rage. It's going to be a bloodbath from here through the end of the season, and it will end with Fisk on television outing Matt as Daredevil. He's still going to be the mayor. Matt is outed as Daredevil, and then season 3 it becomes this mayoral campaign / trial. Calling it now.
See, I don't think he outs him as Daredevil. I think he forces him into a position that he has to out himself.
Ooh, that would be way better.
I don't think she's dead. Mostly because if you watch in there, that when the shot of him like pulling down the rope and pointing the gun at Dex, she's standing there in the background. She's standing there, and it's very clearly she is not supposed to be because there's no blood on her. She is totally fine in this shot, but something about that is just like, no, I think she's going to be okay, but definitely like injured and in a hospital for the rest of this series.
She took shrapnel from presumably a glass statue through it was enough to pierce her skull and cause her to bleed.
We have seen crazier shit happen in this shit.
That is but not on the street, not at the street level.
To Daredevil, crazier shit has happened.
Yeah, but he's also like trained for this shit. She's Vanessa from the art studio.
Got blown up by a rocket. He got shot in the eye.
He doesn't need his eyes. It's fine.
Both eyes work perfectly fine.
Yeah, but one of them's like a robot eye or something. They explained it in Echo. We all know this. Everyone watched that show through to completion.
Echo? Not even completion.
I don't know how I pulled that fact out of my ass, to be honest.
Because we reviewed it at one point.
Yeah, but that was one of those things that as soon as we reviewed it, all that information was on.
Dude, Echo was one of those shows where I was so happy I watched it and so disappointed that nope. It was fun.
I'm glad we watched it, but none of that information held credence to the rest of this universe. So it all that knowledge just fell right out of my ear.
Oh, I don't need it need to have credence for the rest of the universe. I just need it to be a fun show.
Yeah.
That's where I'm feeling with this one, where it's like I don't even really care about the repercussions of this for other heroes anymore. I just want this to be fun. I want this to be a good story. And it seems to be.
I
so
am
far
curious.
that
I am curious to see how the AVTF and all of this stuff impacts Spider-Man, because it has to.
Mm,
It has to.
Well, with that massive time jump, this all takes place before the movie.
What massive time jump?
There's supposed to be like a 6 or 7 year time jump between the end of No Way Home and Brand New Day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I figured based on the what we'd seen thus far that it was like them in college.
I mean, I think it is. It's just them in like junior or senior year. Probably on.
Which would be like a 2 or 3 year jump, Griffin.
Oh yeah, good point. Well, but no, they're back in New York.
Oh yeah, true. So yeah, it's at least 4 years.
We're gonna have a montage.
And they have confirmed it is a 4-year time jump.
4 years, okay. So yeah, it's probably just them getting just back to New York. Crazy 4-year montage of fighting villains. Bringing it back.
Right, but what is the timeline between the end of No Way Home and Daredevil? It's about 4 years, right? So he would be dealing with all of this stuff in real time.
Oh, I'm gonna say I do think Spidey's dealing with this. I just don't think we're seeing it in Brand New Day.
I think depending on how this show ends, we will see it.
I think if we see it anywhere, we see
If this season ends with the dissolution of the AVTF, then no, we won't see it. If the AVTF is still a thing and Fisk is still in power, it will have to have ramifications for Spider-Man.
Yeah, just the problem is that you can't use Fisk in movie form. Right? Like,
but they can use his DA. They can use his, his deputy mayor. They can use his killer.
They are using his deputy mayor.
Well, no, they're using his chief of staff.
Oh, I totally thought. Oh, yeah, right. Because
she's the chief of staff. Michael Giacchino's character, whose name escapes me at the moment, is his. No, Buck's the pew pew. Why is his Daniel Blake?
Yeah. I thought he was comedian. Oh, no,
and I think I said Michael Giacchino, and I meant to say Michael Gandolfini.
Right, he was the head of communications, and now he's the.
Now he's the deputy mayor. Yeah, it gets mentioned in a conversation, I think, between either him and Buck or him and Sheila.
I'll tell you what, man. Buck, one of my favorite characters.
You and I were talking off camera. I think this actor, Artie Frausion, make a great 007.
Yeah, I will watch this man in pretty much anything.
Okay, so then when are we gonna review? He was in House of the Dragon. Interesting. When are we going back to review?
What are you trying to? What are you gonna pull?
Downton Abbey, the grand finale. I got there eventually.
I mean, sure, why not? That movie came out last year.
Why did you know that?
Because I watched it.
Why?
Why not? It was actually weirdly good.
You were a Downton Abbey guy.
I'm not. I just go see movies. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I was really, really confused.
You could have gone and seen literally anything else.
Look, when you got that AMC A-list, you kind of just go see whatever. Looking through, trying to see if there's anything else we haven't touched on. Yeah, I'm very curious to see. There's got to be an interaction between Kingpin and Mr. Charles in episode 5. Like, it's got to be something.
It's Fisk falling apart and Charles trying to right the ship.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be incredible.
I had an idea, but I probably have to Google it first.
No, just talk me through and I can Google.
Do you think we see Ghost in this season?
I would doubt it.
I'm just trying to think who of the new Avengers is shady enough to be in bed with Mr. Charles. The only one that really comes to mind is Ghost. John Walker?
If anyone would be related to a government organization in that kind of way, it would be John Walker.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to be.
But if it's covert stuff that they're trying to pull in New York, it's not going to be John Walker because that dude's.
It's not going to be any of them.
I mean, Ghost would track.
Yeah, but they're too popular as now that they're the new Avengers.
True. Yeah. I'm just trying to think how we bridge the connection to Valentina, and one of the new Avengers would make sense, or Taskmaster if somehow that didn't kill her, but I think it did.
Every once in a while, I remember that we were supposed to get a Taskmaster that lived through that entire movie, and I'm disappointed.
I think we might have, to be honest. You put Cyborg Taskmaster out there. Somehow they saved all the muscle memory, but there's no brain up there.
I don't know if you saw this, but they had a bit where Taskmaster does get shot, but they survive it, and then just periodically throughout the movie they would have short-term memory issues, so they would forget that they all teamed up, and would just start trying to kill John.
That would have been funny. Mm-hmm. And would have actually created a character out of Taskmaster instead of what the MCU has done, which is nothing.
It's one of those things where it was like, I understand why it got cut from the film, but man, it would have been funny. Did you see also that the writers for that or one of the writers from that is now working on the new X-Men?
See, I don't mind that because I didn't mind the writing of Thunderbolts.
I think the Thunderbolts has some of the better writing in the MCU.
Yeah, I'm really stoked just knowing the creative team that they're starting to put together for these X-Men projects. I say projects plural because I know with his popularity coming out of Secret Wars, Gambit's getting a project. Like, there's no, unless he dies in those movies. Like,
I think Gambit gets a project. I don't think Channing Tatum gets a project.
I think Channing Tatum gets a Gambit project.
But yeah, the writers on X-Men are Lee Sung-jin from Beef and Joanna Kahlo from The Bear.
I gotta watch Beef.
You really do, man.
There's a new season coming soon. I saw that as I was clicking through Netflix the other day, but I'm too busy. Like, Invincible's running right now. The Boys is back. I still have like 3 episodes of The Pit to watch.
Dude, I was writing out I was like, okay, what are some of the shows we should try to talk about here? And it was like, oh god, that's right. There's 4 active running series right now to try to keep up on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 4 for you, but like there's so much good television out there right now. It's hard, man.
Well, it's like, for me, it's like, obviously we're talking about this, and we're going to keep talking about this. It's not Daredevil, Darth Maul,
which I haven't started yet. Yeah,
we will do an episode, folks, about that. It's probably going to be all at once.
Yeah, I'm looking to probably binge that. My weekly shows right now are Daredevil, Invincible, The Pit, and The Boys.
Maul honestly might be a plain binge for me.
It's not a bad call because when does it end?
I don't know. I don't know how many episodes. But we got those. We got Invincible wrapping up soon. We've got The Boys that just started. Shrinking just ended.
That's one that is a gap for me. I need to get to that.
That might be one where we go through that one season by season. Because I've only ever watched part of season 1.
Season 1, because they've confirmed the second season of Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord, is 10 episodes, with the final 2 episodes releasing on, you want to guess? May the 4th. Why do you think they're doing Monday releases, Griffin?
I appreciate it. I like these.
I don't mind it, honestly, because I got that on Monday if I do end up getting to it before binging. You got this on Tuesday. It
also means that not
Invincible on Wednesday, Boys on Thursday. Like, it's a good week.
Invincible and Boys are both. I thought they were both Wednesday.
Are they both Wednesday?
Yeah, they're both on
whatever. There's a lot of good stuff right now. I'm really happy.
Oh, right. Your streaming services are different than mine.
No, they're both on Amazon Prime.
Okay, you do have Prime Video?
Yes, we have Prime Video. I'm not living in a goddamn igloo. We have Prime Video.
Yeah, but you don't have Hulu, and that's weird to me.
We do have Hulu. It's just now it's part of Disney Plus. It's actually its own branded section of Disney Plus in Canada.
Oh, right, because they got rid of the Star branding.
They got rid of the Star banner globally, and it's all just now under Hulu. I watch these shows, and it comes up. It says Hulu.
Okay, bringing it back to Gloves Off. We hit Fisk. We hit that. Vanessa's obviously alive and fine, and nothing bad is going to happen. The fight was dope between Daredevil and Dex.
I want more of it, but the team up is going to be even better.
I don't think they ever fully team up.
I think they reluctantly team up. Like they will be fighting the same people, but also kind of fighting each other at the same time, and it's going to be awesome.
Mark my words, we get a 3-way fight between Kingpin, Daredevil, and Dex. Of like everyone fighting each other, and it's going to be dope.
Who do you think Fisk blames for Vanessa's death?
100% Bullseye.
But isn't... Oh, yeah, because he shatters the glass thing, right?
So Bullseye throws the glass thing, Fisk shatters it with the...
That's what it was. I was trying to think that it was maybe Matt doing it, but no, yeah, I was misremembering that. So yeah, it's 100% Bullseye.
I think he blames Bullseye. He might blame himself.
No, he has no sense of self.
Except
like
for when
he can do no wrong. The god complex within this individual is next level shit.
Yeah, but the only person that makes him think otherwise on that is Vanessa.
That's true. I think part of him falling apart is going to be without her in his ear. Like we saw her meeting with the governor to try to hold off this Freeport conversation. That's all going to go out the window when Fisk does something really stupid in this upcoming episode because his moral compass, his sense of right and wrong, or his sense of his guiding principle is literally lying comatose in a hospital bed.
Very fair.
If not dead.
One last thing I want to call out, just because I think this is always interesting to see. Before we jump in, we head on out of here. The next 2 episodes, this next one, head writer on this next episode was Jesse Wigatow. Head writer, and also Jesse Wigatow, one of the main writers for episode 6, as well as the finale episode. So interesting things are about to happen. Mark my words, we're going to have a whole lot of fun next week.
That's the plan.
Of course, we will talk about that when we get to that next week. But until then, folks, thank you very much for listening. Go check out all of our other stuff. Be good to each other. And have a magical day.
Excelsior.
That was definitely the Watcher.